Hello students, my name is Zumama Naeem Khan and I am your physics faculty. I am here to discuss with you the solutions of slot 3 GTSE paper. If you haven't attempted the GTSE paper yet, then you can attempt it in the next slot. The link is given in the description. And there is one more thing that you need to know, that we are starting a workshop from Monday. Don't forget to attend it. Now let us begin our solutions with the physics part. Here in the question number 1, it is given that in the figure below, the time period of the pendulum is the total time taken by it to travel from. So first thing, what is the time period? Okay. So in the given question, as you can see on the screen, this position is known as extreme position. This is also an extreme position and this one is known as mean position. So one time period is either equal to when the ball moves from one extreme position through mean through the next extreme position and then comes back to its initial position, or when it moves from one mean position towards one extreme, comes back to its position, goes to extreme and then also comes back to its initial position. So these two can be the definition, correct definition of the time period of the pendulum. Now let us just look at the options that are being given to us. These are the options, and according to these options, as you can see, that when the pendulum moves from A to B and then again back to A, as I have told you in the example here, that from A to B and again coming back to point A. Now let us move to our next question, which is, you have been given a circuit and the question is being asked that you have to tell that which of the following statements are true. First of all, looking at the circuit, you can see that there is one switch and there are 3 bulbs. As we know, unless and until this switch is not closed, the circuit is not going to be closed, and until and unless the circuit is not closed, none of the bulb is going to glow. So according to the situation, the correct answer is D, which says that all the 3 bulbs will glow when the switch is in the on position, because if it is not in the on position, the circuit will not be completed, and because of which none of the bulb is going to glow. Moving on to our next question, we have been given a distance time graph of 2 cars, okay, and then we have to tell that which of the statement is correct. There is a graph that is being given to you here. Now let us just first analyze this graph. If a graph is given to you, which is a distance versus time graph like this, then how do you find that which of the graph or which of the body is traveling more distance, or which of the body is traveling with a speed that is greater than the other one? How we can find it? Suppose this is the first body and this is the second body, like A and B, which is given to you in the question. This we have to do. The perforated line that I am drawing, speed is given as distance upon time. So the speed of that body will always be more, whose denominator is more as compared to the numerator. So distance, this horizontal value, if this vertical value, as I am showing you with the help of the line, let me just use another color so that it can be like easily visible to you. This line is the vertical line. This will tell you the value of distance basically. So if the value of this vertical line, the length of this vertical line is more, then obviously the distance will be more, and if distance will be more, the speed of the body will be more. As according to this question, as you can see, in case of car A, this vertical length is more, so that means that the distance traveled by car A will always be more, and because of which you can see that the speed of car A will always be more than speed of car B. Moving on to our next question, which is, which of the following statements are true? See, the first statement says a plane mirror sometimes form an inverted image. Have you ever seen in a plane mirror that your image is being inverted? This never happens. So this statement is completely wrong. And option D says that all of the above are correct. Since first is wrong, so this cannot be right. So now we have to analyze option B and option C. Now let us see what it is telling us. Option B is saying a concave mirror always forms a virtual, erect and diminished image. This never happens in case of concave mirror. This happens in the case of convex mirror. Convex mirror, which is painted from inside. Okay. Now the next option says the concave lens always forms the virtual, erect and diminished image, which is correct. A concave lens is like this, and it will always form a virtual, erect and a diminished image on this side of the principal axis. So the answer to this question is option C. Moving on to our next question, which says water vapors in the atmosphere condenses to form clouds. We all know this, that water evaporates and it goes up and then it forms cloud. Now what we can conclude from this? The first option is the temperature decreases as we go higher. The second, before reading the options, let us analyze what actually happens in this process. What happens when this water vapor, they go up, what happens is the layer of air becomes thin, and because the layer of air is thin, the heating on those layers will also be less as compared to the lower layers. So since the heat present in the above layers or the layers that are above the lower layers, since the heating is less there, so that means on rising up, these water vapors are going to cool down because the temperature is decreasing, and when they cool down, they form clouds. So according to this situation, the first option, which says that the temperature decreases as we go higher, is correct. Moving on to our next question, which says that we have to consider the following about a thermoflask. First of all, what is a thermoflask? It is a container type of a thing having two layers like this. This space is vacant. There is nothing inside this space, and what happens is we store water and other things in it. Okay. So now let us see what the options are telling us. First is, it is a practical device in which the heat flowing into or out of the system by conduction, convection and radiation is reduced as much as possible. Yes, this is right. Through conduction, convection and radiation, we are trying to reduce the amount of heat that comes in or goes out, because of which only we have made it a double layered device or double layered container. So the first answer is correct. Second option says it consists of a double walled glass vessel, as I have told you just now. So second option is also correct. What does the third option says? It says in the thermoflask, the heat transfer by convection is minimized by silvering surfaces. Okay. By radiation, it is minimized by evacuating the space between the walls. See, this part of this statement is wrong. Why? Because we know that for radiation to take place, no medium is required. Okay. So even if this space which I am filling with the red color, even if this space is vacant, this is not filled with any of the gases, then also radiation is going to take place. So even if the space is vacant, radiation cannot be avoided. So option 3 is incorrect. So 1 and 2 are correct. According to this, option B is the correct answer to this question. Now moving on to our next section, that is chemistry.
Hello students, welcome to Goprep. My name is Pragya Mishra, and we are here to discuss the questions which were appeared in the GTSE, and we are going to discuss the chemistry section. So let's get started with the very first question, that is, we have to match the entries in column 1 with those in the column 2nd. So yes, we have some of the fibers, right? These are the fibers in column 1 and these are their applications, right? So we have to match the entries. Which fiber is used for what purpose? So very first we can see that silk, and we know that silk is majorly used in making saris. We have the saris of silk, right? So A is matched with the fourth option. Then next is nylon. Very interesting and very fundamental property of nylon is that it can tolerate very high temperature. That's why it is used in, ropes of the parachutes, ropes of the mountain climbing. When we used to do mountain climbing, then also we use the ropes which are made up of nylon. So nylon is used in making ropes. Okay. Now next one is acrylic. Dear students, natural wools are really, costly. They are expensive. So they are not that affordable. So alternative of that is acrylic, and acrylic is used to make the sweater. Now the next one, plastic. We all know that we use the bottles of plastic. It is banned and it should be, because it is very hazardous, very toxic for the environment and also for our body. So what is the correct answer? That is answer is option D. Now let's move to the next question. Given reaction we have in front of us where your hydrochloric acid is reacting with the sodium hydroxide to make sodium chloride, that is a salt, along with the water, and heat is getting released. So which process is this? First of all, this is a neutralization reaction, students, right? This is a neutralization reaction. Now what kind of process is this? So we have two processes in front of us, basically endothermic and exothermic. We have to find out which process is this given reaction following. Okay. Now see, endothermic are those processes where heat is required. If you want to perform any reaction and if you have to give the heat to the process to make it happen, that means that is endothermic process. Unlike endothermic, exothermic processes are those where heat is released at the end of the process. At the end of the reaction, you will see some or huge amount of heat is released. So you can see in this reaction also heat is getting released. So the correct answer is option B. Now let's see the next question, that is process of taking off threads from the cocoon for use as silk is called. We have these four options in front of us, students, and yes, the options are we have in front of us. And yes, students, the correct option is, what this process is called? Silk reeling. This process is called silk reeling. By this process, we take out the threads from the cocoon and we use it as the silk. So in this method, a number of cocoon's waves are reeled together to produce a single thread. So what is the correct option, students? That is option D. Now let's move to the next question, that is the color of the ash formed when magnesium ribbon is burned in the air. We have four options in front of us. This is a very interesting reaction. If you will burn the magnesium ribbon, that means you are treating it with oxygen, you will see magnesium oxide is formed. And this magnesium oxide is white ash. So which color of ash is formed, students? That is white ash. The color of the ash is white. Okay. Now let's see the next question. That is toothpastes are, what kind of nature toothpastes have? Basic is acidic, neutral or amphoteric. So students, basically when we eat something, so that is left inside our mouth and our saliva is not able to wash it away completely. So the food particles when reacts in our mouth, they form an acidic layer over the teeth. So to remove the acidic layer, toothpastes are basic in nature. So that acid layer can be removed. And generally the main basic ingredient is the sodium bicarbonate. right? So this is the main ingredient which toothpastes are possessing, right? So the correct answer is option A. Toothpastes are basic in nature. Now let's move to the next one. Why painting is done on iron surface? These are 4 options in front of you. Dear students, you can also perform this, experiment at your home. Take an iron nail, leave it at the counter in presence of atmosphere and just observe its nature. After the passage of time, it will lose its property. Iron will start to decay. It will change its texture. It will lose its shine, right? Iron nail, if you will see, it will lose its all the shine if you will leave it for some day in presence of atmosphere. So that is called rusting. Rusting is basically oxidation phenomena, and when your metal reacts with the oxygen and forms metal oxide. Here in this case, iron will get converted into the iron oxide, or we also call it ferric oxide, right? So what is the main reason for painting? To prevent rusting, so that iron cannot react with the oxygen. It will have a layer of paint over it, so it is now not able to react with the oxygen. So to prevent rusting of iron, we use painting. Okay, now let's move to the next question. That is the process of removing of the fleece of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin from its body is called. Now dear students, we have 4 options in front of us. Sublimation. Sublimation is a process where solid directly gets converted into the gas without converting into the liquid. So solid directly converts into the gas in sublimation. Okay, that process is called sublimation, like camphor, naphthalene balls. These are the examples which sublime. Condensation is a process where your vapors or gas converts into the liquid. If you will take out a bottle from the refrigerator, you will observe some drops over the bottle. After some time, you will observe some drops over the bottle. So that is the condensation phenomena. Okay. Now, evaporation. Evaporation is a process that occurs below the boiling point. Means, if you will allow a liquid to boil, it will start boil at its boiling point. But what about below the boiling point? No liquid can directly reach to the boiling point, right? Water also has the boiling point of 373 Kelvin. Boiling point of water is 100 degree Celsius, or in Kelvin it is 373 Kelvin, right? So it does not directly reach to the boiling point, that is 100 degrees Celsius. What about at 60 degrees Celsius? What about 50 degrees Celsius? It gradually starts, right? From the room temperature or from the temperature of water, it gradually starts reaching its temperature. So before it reaches to the boiling point, what is the nature? When the liquid particle attains enough kinetic energy to escape into the gaseous state, that process is called evaporation. So these processes are not related to the removing of fleece of the sheep, that is shearing. Shearing is a process, students, where fleece of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin is removed from the sheep's body. This process is called shearing. Machines are similar to these, used by barbers also to shave the hair. So that is called the shearing process, right? So the correct answer is option C. So these were the questions of chemistry section, students. Now let's discuss the questions of biology. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm very sure you must have liked the questions and you must have done fondly on the physics and chemistry. Let us now discuss some questions that appeared on your GTSE, right, for biology. So guys, it was very fairly well planned paper, right? So beta, the false feet of amoeba is used for. Now आपको पता है बेटा false feet क्या कहते हैं उसे? Pseudopodia, right बेटा? Now pseudopodia is used for capture of food. किसी भी food को जब amoeba देखता है तो अपने pseudopodia को उसके चारों तरफ like a cup shaped structure form करके अंदर ले लेता है. And also it is used for amoeba to move बेटा. So correct answer would be C. Now, buds on the margins of bryophyllum leaf represent which mode of reproduction? Now, बेटा ब्रायोफाइलम लीव्स के मार्जिन पे आपके एडवेंटिशियस बड्स होते हैं. जब ये लीव्स जमीन पे गिरते हैं तो दे कैन गिव राइज टू द न्यू ब्रायोफाइलम प्लांट. हेंस दिस इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ वेजिटेटिव प्रोपगेशन जिसमें कोई गैमीट का फॉर्मेशन नहीं हुआ. अगले क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. रितेश थॉट द फंक्शन ऑफ हिज टंग इज टू डू टॉकिंग बट हिज फ्रेंड सेड दैट टंग हैज मेनी अदर फंक्शंस. नाउ दैट इज वेरी ट्रू बेटा. आपके माउथ में ही डाइजेशन स्टार्ट भी हो जाता है, राइट? क्यों बेटा? आपको पता होगा कि आपके माउथ में जो सैलिवरी एमाइलेज है जिसको आप टाइलिन भी कहते हो, वो कार्बोहाइड्रेट का डाइजेशन स्टार्ट कर देता है. तो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट टाइलिन उसको मिक्स करने का काम टंग का होता है. सो टंग कैन मूव इन ऑल डायरेक्शंस थ्रू इट मिक्सेस सलाइवा, क्योंकि सलाइवा में वो एंजाइम है, एंड इट आल्सो हेल्प्स इन पुशिंग द फूड बैकवर्ड्स इनटू द फूड पाइप. बट इट विल नॉट स्पेशली एक्ट ऑन कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स एंड प्रोटीन. बेटा वो काम कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स पे एक्ट करने का काम टाइलिन का. वाइडेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ एलिमेंट्री कैनाल. हाँ बेटा, ये क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा इजी था. आई एम वेरी श्योर आप लोग भी अग्री करोगे कि स्टमक बेटा इज द लार्जेस्ट पार्ट. स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन स्मॉल ही इसलिए कहते हैं क्योंकि इसकी डायमीटर बहुत छोटी है. लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन का डायमीटर बहुत बड़ा है कंपैरेटिवली, पर बेटा स्टमक आपका डायमीटर सबसे ज्यादा बड़ा होता है. ठीक है. लार्जेस्ट ग्लैंड इन द बॉडी. नाउ बेटा स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन सिक्रीट करते हैं चीजों को, बट वो ग्लैंड्स और वो भी लार्जेस्ट तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. दैट इज लिवर बेटा. ठीक है. नाउ plants are autotrophic organisms and they are able to produce their own food. The raw materials required for this purpose are. now बेटा autotroph की definition. now I know आप सोच रहे होगे सर हमने तो पढ़ा है the plant organisms which can make their own food, but बेटा थोड़ा सा और स्पेसिफिक होंगे तो इनऑर्गेनिक. इनऑर्गेनिक मतलब जिसमें कार्बन हाइड्रोजन के बॉन्ड्स ना हो, जैसे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बेटा, राइट? सो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज इनऑर्गेनिक, वाटर इज इनऑर्गेनिक. तो इनऑर्गेनिक सब्सटेंसेस ओनली. ओके. Now Sita asks her son not to overwater plants. She is correct as the root will die due to. ना बेटा आपको पता है कि सॉइल के पार्टिकल्स के बीच में एयर स्पेसेस होते हैं और इन्हीं एयर स्पेसेस में से जो ऑक्सीजन होता है वो आपके रूट्स यूज कर लेते हैं ब्रीदिंग के लिए, है ना? बट जब आप पानी भर दोगे तो वो एयर स्पेसेस चले गए और पानी में ऑक्सीजन सॉल्युबल कम होता है, तो दे विल डाई बिकॉज ऑफ लैक ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. देखा, टेक्निकल था, मतलब थोड़ा सा बस घुमा के पढ़ना था, राइट? So guys, now you will discuss your questions for maths. I am very sure आपने maths भी बहुत अच्छे तरीके से किया होगा.
So, hello, my name is Rohan. I'm your maths teacher, and let's welcome to the maths section. Welcome to the maths section. So, for this question, if an article is sold for rupees 540 at a loss of 10%, so anything with a loss of 10%, so x minus 10% of x, 10% of x must be equal to 540. Okay, so we have to find out x minus 10x by 100. This must be equal to 540. When we will solve this, we'll get 90x upon 100 is equal to 540. So we can directly find it out. So x is equal to 600. Let's look at the options. Yes, C is the right answer. Let's move ahead. So in this question, Sam borrowed some amount of money and we have to find out the time. Okay, so this is the final amount and this is the principal. So the simple interest would be 15,600 minus 12,000, that is equal to 3,600 and we have to find out the time. So let's apply the simple interest formula. So 12,000 into 6 into t upon 100 is equal to 36,000. Okay, when you will solve this out, you'll get 5. T is equal to 5 years. Let's look at the options. Yes, 5 is the right answer. Let's move ahead. What will be the median of data? Here we can find out that the data is arranged in ascending order, so therefore we need not to arrange it. But we can see that there are 6 data pieces here. So what we have to do is we have to add the mid 2 and then find the mean of it. So 166 plus 168 upon 2 will give you 167. So that will be the median of it. 167. Very good. Let's move ahead. A rectangular straight road is constructed between these and this point. So between A and B, there is a road. Okay. It takes 2 hours with a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. So if the speed is 40 kilometers per hour, so in 2 hours, it will be at 80 kilometer distance, right? 80 kilometer distance, and the breadth of the road is 4 meters. So we can change it into meters. So 80,000. So this will be 80 into 1000. Okay. And into 4 will give us the area of the road. Okay. This is 32. So 3,20,000. Let's look at the options. 3,20,000. Let's move ahead. In this question, we have to find out which city has a higher rate of apples. So for this, so city 1 has the higher rate because it is 90 and this is 70, and 90 minus 75 is 15, right? So that's our answer. City 1 by 15 kgs. So what is the reciprocal of 1 upon 5? So 1 upon 5, when we have a divide sign, we multiply and do the reciprocal, right? So this is 7, and because we have been asked the reciprocal of the answer, so it will be 1 upon 7. The reciprocal of 7 will be 1 upon 7, right? Let's look at the options. Yes, B is the right answer. Sachin scored twice as many as Rahul. So if Rahul scored X, Sachin scored 2x, right? And together they fall too short of the double century. So double century is 200. So 3x is equal to 200 minus 2. That is 198. So x is equal to 198 upon 3. That is 66. How many runs did Rahul score? 66. Let's move ahead. Yes, A is the right answer. Let's move ahead. If the speed of the train is 32.50 kilometers, we have to find the time. Okay, so speed is equal to distance upon time, or we can also say that time is equal to distance upon speed. So now if you divide 32.50 from 390 by 390, you'll get 12. Please check it. You'll get 12. Let's move ahead. If A, B, C are real numbers, which of the following is correct? So you look at it. So here this is plus, but here this is wrong here. Okay. Here it is plus, here it is wrong. Okay. Here it is plus, here it is wrong. In this case, it is alright. So D is the right answer. In this case, you have to find out the area of the smallest semicircle. So this is no doubt the smallest semicircle. Okay. So the hole is for 200. The total diameter is 200. So this will be 100. Okay. This will be 50 and this will be 25. So the diameter of the smallest semicircle is 25. So we have to find the area. So this is pi r square, 25 by 2 whole square, and then divide by 2 because it is a semicircle. So this will be pi into 625 upon 8. Let's look at the options. Yeah, so that is the right answer. This pi is in the numerator, right? Okay, so let's look at this. In this question, y and z and x, right? Look at this. This is 25 degrees. So this will be 25 degrees, right? Because linear, this is vertically opposite angle. This is vertically opposite angle. Y and 25 degrees are vertically opposite angle. Similarly, z and x are vertically opposite angle. Y plus x is equal to 180 degrees because it is a linear pair. Linear pair. Y is 25. So we can find out x is equal to what? 155. Let's look at the answers. We have to find x and y respectively. So this is the answer, B. We have to find the value of the given figure. Value of the given value of x in the given figure. So we can see that x plus 3x plus 2x is equal to 180 degrees because there are combined to form 180 degrees. Okay. So this is 6x is equal to 180 degrees. So x is equal to 30 degrees, right? Look at the options. Yes, 30 degrees is the right answer. C is the right answer, 30 degrees. I have to find the average of the average of this is 4.55. So we know that 4.5 plus 4.25 plus x upon 3, that is the average, is equal to 4.55. When you will solve for this will be 4.55 into 3 minus of 8.75, right? And then you will get 4.9 if you will check. C is the right answer. If the angle of the triangle are in the ratio, then you have to find. So if the angles are in this ratio, we have to mark these angles as x. This will be 2x, this will be 3x, and the sum of this must be 180 degree, right? So this is 3x plus 2x plus x is equal to 180 degrees. That means 6x is equal to 180 degrees. X is equal to 30 degrees. So the largest angle will be 3x, that is equal to 90 degrees. Yes, D is the right answer. In this question, you have to find the value of x plus y plus z. So x and y and z are exterior angles. Okay, let's mark this angle as A, B and C. Now what you have to do is, we know that x plus A plus y plus B plus z plus C is equal to 180 degree plus 180 degree plus 180 degree, because all of these are linear pairs, right? So we can say that x plus y plus z plus a plus b plus c is equal to 540 degrees, right? We also know that a plus b plus c are the angles of a triangle, so this is 180 degrees. So we can replace it in here. We can replace it here. So this will become x plus y plus z plus 180 degrees is equal to 540 degrees. So we know that x plus y plus z is equal to 540 minus 180, that is equal to 360 degrees. Just look at the options. Yes, A is the right answer. Let's move ahead. In this case, you have to find that if this is the decimal form. So in that decimal form, the first digit after the decimal, we write it as 1 upon 10. So x will be equal to 10. And the second digit could be written as 1 upon 5 into 1 upon 100, right? So y will be 100. Okay. So y minus x is 100 minus 10. That is 90. Just look at the options. Yes, 90 is the right answer. Let's move ahead. If the area of a rectangular field, is 15 and 10, right? So this is how we have to find the area, and this is equal to a parallelogram whose base is 5. So we have to find the height. So area is equal to same. The area is same. So we can say that 10 into 15 is equal to 5 into h. So when we try to find out, h is equal to 30 meters. Let's look at the options. Yes, h is 30 meters. Let's move ahead. Shyam has x marbles and Pari has 5 marbles more than x. So Pari will have 5 plus x and Shyam will have x. So total they have 15. So 5 plus x is equal to 15. So 2x is equal to 10 and x is equal to 5. Right? Let's look at the options. Yes, Shyam has 5 marbles. Now you have to solve this. In this case, you just have to multiply. So 3y into 2y minus 7 into 3y minus 3y plus 12 minus 63. When you will solve this, you get 6y square minus 21y minus 3y plus 12 minus 63. When you will put y is equal to minus 2, you will get 21. Please try it on your own. This is simple. You just have to put, so this will become 6 into minus 2 square, that will be 4, minus 21 into minus 2, minus 3 into minus 2, plus 12, minus 63. Try to solve it. In this question, we know this is 1 upon 5 to the power minus 2. So this could be written as 5 to the power 2, this could be written as 2 to the power 2, this could be written as 3 to the power 2. Then you will multiply, this will be 900. Yes, C is the right answer. Let's move ahead. Let's welcome to the aptitude section. Let's look at the aptitude questions. So Amit is the brother of X. Let's say you are X and your brother is Amit. Okay, so Amit and you are brothers. Amol is the father of Amit. So Amol is the father of Amit. So Amol will be your father also, because you two are brothers, right? Dinesh is the brother of Anu and Anu is the daughter of X. So if Anu is the daughter of X, so Anu's brother Dinesh will also be your son, right? So we have to find the uncle of Dinesh. So uncle of Dinesh will be Amit, right? Amit. Look at the options. Yes, Amit is the right answer. In this case, you have to find out the opposite side of the asterisk mark. So we can say we can cancel and the dollar sign because it is adjacent to it. We can cancel minus. We can also cancel this plus sign. We could also cancel this plus and this and symbol, but we cannot cancel 8, right? Because we cannot see asterisk here. So yes, we can cancel this, we can cancel this, we can cancel this, and therefore 8 is the right answer. In this question, this is a bit tricky question. Please look at it. In this question, we have to look at the pattern of the dot. When you look at the pattern of the dot is going one place down in every one place. It is changing one place every alternate positions. So this is going here, but then this is going in the next. This is going here and is going again back to this. So we can already anticipate that this is going to be in the center. This is going to be in the center because it is changing one place. So we will have this in the center, right? Now, so this is cancelled. Now just look at this. This plus sign is in continuation for two blocks. Now we could also see this equal to sign is in continuation for 2 blocks. So similarly, this will be in continuation for 2 blocks. So another, we will be having somewhere this semicircle sign, either up or either down, okay. But we have only in C option, we could also only find this semicircle. So therefore this is the answer. So C is the right answer. In this question, you have to find out 55 is 18 into 3 minus 1. Similarly, if you have to find this one, this will be 29 into 3 minus 1. So this is 87 minus 1, that is 88. 88 will be the right answer. Let's move ahead. How many pairs of letters have the same number of letters, right? So look at this. C, H, A, I, R, S. So when you look at C and A, we only have B in between, right? We only have B in between. That is exactly the way it is in alphabet, right? So we have one pair for C and A. C and A will be one pair. What is the number of alphabets in R and S? It is 0, and here it is also 0. So RS will be the second pair. So now we have two pairs, 1 and 1. This is two pairs. Look at the options. Yes, B is the right answer. Let's move ahead. Now in this question, you have to find out how many people can speak English, Hindi and Telugu. Just look at this. For English, this is in English, this is in Hindi as well because it is in the circle, and this is in Telugu as well because it is in the bigger rectangle. So 2 is the right answer. So let's look at the options. Yes, A is the right answer. Let's move ahead. Y is to the east of X. So here it is X, here it is Y in east. Which is to the north of Z. So Z is somewhere here and X is in the north of Z. Now P is to the south of Z. So P is somewhere down. Okay. Then P is in which direction to Y. So what we have to do is we just create another and just look at it. Can you create another symbol, and this will be in southwest, right? This is southwest. P is in southwest. Just look at it. Yes, D is the right answer. Let's move ahead. Now this looks that this is the multiplication in the first case, but it is not, because when you'll see 5 into 3 is not 16. So it is actually 6 plus 3 into 2, that is 18. Similarly, 5 plus 3 into 2, that is 16. Similarly, 8 plus 2 into 2, that is 20. So in this question, 4 plus 6 into 2, that will be 20. So 20 will be our answer. D. Let's move ahead. In a certain language, red is green, green is blue, and blue is black, yellow is orange. What the color of sky? We know the sky color is blue. Sky is blue, guys. So we know that blue is black, and we know that blue is black. So therefore, the color we are looking for is black. B is the right answer. Now look at this. Resident is written as TSEDINER. So we can see that R is replaced by the last letter. R is replaced by the last letter. We'll do the same thing simultaneously with A, August. So we see that R is replaced by T, so A will be replaced by again T, okay, and this will be A at the last, right? Now ES is being interchanged by SE. So similarly, we'll interchange U and G, so this will become TGU. Similarly, ID is being interchanged as DI. So again, US will be interchanged as SU. So TGU, SUA will be our answer. That is our answer. Let's look at the options. Yes, B is the right answer. Let's move ahead. So that's all in this section. And now just please attend the workshop on Monday. That is an important workshop. And if you have yet not attended the test, you can attend it in the next slot. Thank you very much.